Midly interesting facts about Costco Seattle. First fact, this is store number 1. Second, they have a car wash. Because it's their first location, they have this mini museum. Those were the old name tags. Now they're red and white. That's an old membership card. And here's one of their first ever flyers advertising an AM/FM stereo cassette player. All right, so pay attention. This case of Coca-Cola is selling for $18.59 just outside of city limits. Here, it starts off at the same $18.59, but Seattle has an additional sweetened beverage recovery fee, aka sugar tax. This adds an additional $7.35, making the total $25.94, a near 40% increase in price. Here we see the same sugar tax on Sprite and the same thing on Sunny D. At one point they posted notices directing customers to other locations where they can get the soda without the tax. Our last fun fact has to do with hard liquor. So it starts off at $29.99, but then Washington adds on a 20.5% sales tax. Then they add a $3.77 liter tax, and the actual price ends up being $39.91, a near 33% increase. Costco items affected by the tariffs part 2. About 2 weeks ago, President Trump announced 25% tariffs on imports from Mexico and Canada, but agreed to delay them for 1 month. Now there are about 2 weeks left before they could start to kick in. If so, let's see what items will be affected. The first one are avocados. And yes, it depends on where they're sourced. These are from Mexico, so they will be affected. 6 of them for $9.99, so after tariffs, $12.49. $2 per avocado, that's pandemic prices. The second one are any kind of tequilas. This is a higher value brand called Don Julio. Currently $139.99, but after tariffs $175. The next one is French's mustard. Now it does say made in the United States, but the mustard seeds used for production come from Canada. Currently $6.89, but after tariffs it'll be $8.61. And last but not least, the toilet paper. Actually, that's going to be any kind of paper product. That's because most of the wood pulp used to make these products come from Canada. Currently $20.99, but after tariffs, $26.24. I'm in Vancouver, Canada. Let's go check out McDonald's. Wave to open. Oh, cool. They sell muffins, donuts, and cinnamon rolls. Big Mac here costs $4.97 USD, whereas where I live, it costs $6.99. The double quarter pounder cheese costs $6.99 USD, whereas back at home, $7.99. 10-piece nuggets here, $6.49, but back home, $7.29. All right, we're back in the car. First item is an apple shake. What a weird combination. Ooh, it actually works. Next, we got the poutine. I'm gonna try the cheese curds just by itself. Like a less salty mozzarella stick. Next, we have the spicy habanero McChicken. Actually impressed, this has some kick. Next, we're gonna try the big arch. This is heavy. It has way more meat than a double quarter pounder. Sesame and poppy seeds on the bun.